Welcome to Communing with Divine, a podcast where I share my spiritual quest and the lessons and the insights that I've received from many divine beings and energies during meditation. I am your host, Meraki. Now, let's begin. Welcome to Communing with Divine. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm just going to get right into it. So, September the 11th, 2023. What's happening now with my third eye is that there are all these different colored light or energies that are within it. I don't think I've fully integrated all of these different energies, so they're not really in full force. It's all of the colors of the chakras and various shades and intensities of the chakra colors, which clearly have slight differences in their energetic vibrations. And of course, the black light. There's also silver and gold, and there's also pink as well. And instead of my third eye being just one solid color of light, as it was before, the light energy that comes forward rotates through these various colors, and sometimes it's more than one color that's present simultaneously. Sometimes they're side by side, and sometimes they're facing in different directions, if that makes any sense. And another interesting thing is that within whatever light energy is presenting itself as dominant, I can see within that color the essence or sparkles of all the other light energies. So I can see that they're all active and present, but I'm more aware of certain light energy vibrations at different times. So I think I must be assimilating these lights in some way. I don't know if I fully explained things about when the Wise One, who's also called the Watcher, came to me this last time, because I was in a deeper state than I normally am in terms of my meditation. What I understood is that we all always have these light energies within our third eye, and that we are already attuned to all of these energetic frequencies. Because that's what light is, isn't it? Light is energy that vibrates at a certain frequency, and we perceive these different frequencies as different colors. What the Wise One did is that he made me aware of these different frequencies. He allowed me to be aware of my connections to them and to the presence of all of these energetic frequencies. And this is available to all of us, to each and every one of us. The act of putting the light into my third eye was the act of activating what is already there. And this act awakened my awareness so I could actively connect and interact with these light frequencies. I think I'm beginning to understand this, and I don't know if I'm right, but it seems that everything is already there for all of us. We just need to understand and believe that we can connect with it, that we are a part of it. We are one with it. All the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the love, all the connections, all the understandings, all of these things that we seek, we already have because we are them. All that we seek is already within us. It's quite basic, and yet, on some level, it's hard to comprehend and just seems so remarkable. October the 2nd, 2023. Let's see what happens today. I'm grounded, I've activated my chakras, I have the symbols in my hand, and I've called in the mighty ones. We're all walking together. We're at the cliff. I feel bigger, which is odd. I almost feel as if I'm the size of the mighty ones, but I kind of hesitate to say something like that. It's dark, but it's right before sunrise, so it's not super dark. My attention is attracted to what is under the sand. I feel as if either there is more than what I saw in the space of the white geometric shapes, or there's another space that exists entirely, a different dimension that exists in the same place under the sand. Today, all of the mighty ones have come down to the sand with me. Usually it's just the Archangel Michael. I've decided to go and change my clothes and then go back and see if I can figure out how to get in or how to see into this other place that I'm sensing. I'm putting on my robes. I'm looking at my belt with the keys and the little satchel. I put the sandals on my feet. I wasn't sure if I should, but I decided to put them on anyway and then see. I'm walking over to the area of sand where I'm feeling this place. I feel as if it's an entirely different dimension, a different world. I see an entire universe laid out before me. I can walk into it, so I will for a bit. The Archangel Michael is coming with me. All of the archangels are coming with me. There are planets here and stars and galaxies and everything. But it's almost like they're not, I don't know how to explain. It's as if they are in suspended animation, as if there is no movement. But I don't want to say for sure that there is no movement, because sometimes I have a hard time picking up on movement, just like the last time with the white geometric shapes. It's really beautiful here, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think I'll return to the cave of the goddess Hecate. Perhaps I will learn something about this place from the goddesses. I'm back on the sand and I'm walking towards the cave. It's almost impossible to see the curtain of energy today. It looks just like the rock face, but I pass through it. I'm in the cave and I sense that the three goddesses are here. It was dark when I walked in, but now all of the candles have lit themselves. I acknowledge the goddesses and they acknowledge me. They're standing silently, looking at me. I look at my hands. I see the symbols. There's another one on the back of my left hand now. It's like an X of sorts. The goddess Hecate asks, "Where have you visited? You have been exploring." Yes, I have. I went to another place beneath the sand. It was really beautiful. It was a huge universe, but it didn't seem to be moving. The goddess Hecate says, "All is in motion. The place you observed has not yet come into being, has not yet come into creation. It is in the process. It sits within the creative liminal space, a space of concept. Many changes may still be made. It is in motion. It is in creative motion. It is in the creative motion of the one who is bringing it into being. There is movement and motion in this. It is the motion of the energy of thought. It is the motion of the energy of birth. And so there is motion, even if it has not yet been set into the motion of the active space, the space of the manifested energy. You look for the wrong motion, and so you do not perceive that which is clearly there. The goddess Mary says, "You must enter a space with an open mind, for that which you already believe and expect limits you, for this is all you will perceive, and you will be blind to all that lies outside of those parameters which you have set so clearly in your mind. Think to this, child." I will, thank you. The goddess Aletheia says, "It is time." She's asking me to come over to her, and she's going to put a symbol into my third eye. She says, "This is the symbol of infinite possibilities." It's a spiral, and in the center of the spiral is something that looks like an infinity sign, like a sideways number 8. She's pressing her thumb on my forehead with the symbol where my third eye is, and it's imprinting on my third eye. It's glowing. Now it's moving into my third eye. The goddess Aletheia says, "Foster this symbol of infinite possibilities. Allow it to grow within you. Allow it to replicate itself within all of your chakras, so that you may no longer be blind to the what is, so that you may be able to see that which is there, so that you may not be blinded by preconceived ideas. Allow it to replicate so that your perception of reality is no longer limited by the narrow constructs of human beliefs and understanding. This you must work on to assimilate. This you must work on to change." I thank the goddesses and I turn to leave. It seemed like a short lesson, but they explained that I need to assimilate this symbol a bit more before I do anything else. So I'm going to go to the rock and I'm going to change. The archangels are there waiting for me. I'm small again as I step out of the cave. I feel like my usual size. But as we walk down the sand, I'm growing bigger and bigger again. None of the archangels remark on this. We pause for a minute on the sand to watch the sun as it begins to rise. It's really beautiful here, very peaceful. We rise up to the cliff. I wave to the goddesses, and we walk and turn away. Since its experience with this new symbol in my third eye, it has changed. Now it's like a white bluish light with all of the various energy frequency colors sparkling within it. And around my third eye flies smaller versions of this center orb. I don't know what it means, but it's very interesting and certainly quite beautiful. And I thought it was important to share because it is a change. October the 3rd, 2023. This experience occurred during a meditation that I was doing as a part of my yoga practice. This doesn't often happen simultaneously, but I always appreciate it when it does. I'm walking along my path with a watcher, the wise one, who is on my left. And this time, the goddess Hecate is with me as well. She usually doesn't walk this path with me. She stands on my right. I know where we are. We're on the path to a pyramid that I've seen before. I'm walking and they're holding my hands, but they stand on the outside of my path. Only I walk the path, and they walk with me. I approach the pyramid. I walk up to the pyramid and up the stairs, up many levels. I lay down at the very top. Everything strikes me as being gold or golden. The sand, my path, and the pyramid. As I explained the last time, there's an altar at the top of the pyramid. I walk to it and lay down on the altar. The last time I sunk into the altar and into the complete darkness of the void. But today, as I lay here, I become a liquid. I am slowly becoming a liquid. I become liquid gold. There are 4 channels that come off of this altar. 1 north, 1 south, 1 east, and 1 west, or you could say above my head, below my feet, and to my left and right. As I become liquid gold, I flow out of these channels down into a river of gold. This river of gold flows to the pyramid. It surrounds the pyramid, and it flows off from the pyramid in many directions. I become one with a river that is flowing, one with the all, and I lose myself within it. This is all I remember until I come out of my meditation. But I'd like to speak about the experience a little bit more. The pyramid is a step pyramid, so it's not like the Egyptian pyramids. There are steps and there are levels. It's more like the ones that you would find in South America. But the altar at the top is not a place of horror. It's not a place of taking something from another in order to benefit or to appease. It's a place of choice. It's a place that allows you to choose to return to the flow of energy that is the all, and the process is gentle. I was both experiencing and watching myself experience, and it was beautiful. I think about the ancient civilizations who made the altars at the top of their pyramids. And I wonder if they didn't see or experience this spiritual event, but then over time, their knowledge became perverted. Maybe it went from being a transformative, energetic experience, a soul experience, to being something that the priests imposed on others, where the priests and the powers that be took from others. They took the life of others, overriding their free will. They perverted the process and the purpose of the ceremony because of fear. And so it went from a serene and gentle choice to return to life in truth, to a ritual of the forceful taking of a life, imbued with fear, perverted, twisted, all from a desire to appease and control, to exert their perceived power over others. Maybe as humanity's beliefs and understanding veered off course, it affected these very, very precious, beautiful, personal, spiritual soul experiences that are filled with messages of unity, of love, of gentleness and cohesiveness, of being one with the all. And the spiritual experience was mutated into a physical one, imposed by the priests and those who were in charge. And once it became a physical experience and a twisted one, it became about separation, not cohesion. They would separate a child or a person from their family, from their loved ones, from their community. They would separate the soul from the body in a vicious and violent way, separating the blood from the body, the heart from the body, all to feed their own sense of power. They sacrificed others to an energy that requires no sacrifice, an energy that we are already a part of and that is a part of us. And so this beautiful personal experience became tainted by fear, by power, by ego, and a desire to control, which is all an illusion anyway. You may have noticed that the priests did not sacrifice themselves. They sacrificed others. This experience was never meant to be a physical sacrifice. It was about the soul, our true selves, the energy that we are experiencing being one with the all, while still in a physical body, holding an illusory separate consciousness so that we could remember truth through the spiritual gift of this ceremony. To be able to be within this body, holding a sense of a separate consciousness while experiencing a merging with the all, a coming home. It was a beautiful gift. And I think it's something that all of you should try sometime. October the 4th, 2023. So I've just visualized a new symbol that was placed in my third eye by the goddess Aletheia, the symbol of infinite possibilities. I visualized it as being within all of my chakras. And I did this because I was told to do it. But also, as I was shown the symbol, I heard the goddess Aletheia say, "It is of great importance to assimilate, for infinite possibilities is the expression of the all within this reality as reality." I'll say that one more time. For infinite possibilities is the expression of the all within this reality as reality. This seems to suggest that the all can be expressing itself in different ways within other realities and dimensions, which is mind-blowing and fascinating to me. I feel as if this symbol and this concept of infinite possibilities relates to that universe that I walked into yesterday that had not yet been brought into being. I think I'll go ask the goddesses some questions. The mighty ones are with me. Everything seems very gray here today. We go down to the sand and walk past the place where the white geometric shapes are, and that universe as well. I'm at the rock and I'm changing into my robes. The symbol of infinite possibilities is on my belt now. I won't put on my sandals today. I don't feel that I'm supposed to. I'm entering the cave and the goddesses are here. The cave is mostly dark. There is only a dim light that illuminates the faces of the goddesses, kind of in a creepy Halloween way that we do with flashlights, but this is only my perception of what's happening. The goddess Hecate says, "You have questions." I do. I wanted to ask if the all expresses itself differently in other realities and dimensions than it does in this one. The goddess Aletheia says, "In this dimension, and the realities of other dimensions that are related to this one, the all expresses itself through infinite possibilities. It is for this reason that every choice and every possibility is explored. They are explored through different realities, through different awarenesses in different dimensions. And of all of these infinite possibilities, you are consciously aware of only one. As you stand here now, you are aware of one consciousness, one reality only. But in truth, every possibility is being played out and explored. And you, in a state of a different consciousness and awareness, in a different reality, are exploring these infinite possibilities as they play out. For it is only in this way that truth may be discovered. It is only in this way that knowledge and wisdom can be gained." The goddess Mary says, As you walk your path, you are often only aware of the decision made, not of the infinite possibilities that were available leading up to the decision made. But by following the inward path of contemplation, your awareness of infinite possibilities becomes active. You begin to understand that infinite possibilities are also being explored through your other consciousness that you are not consciously aware of. By following the inward path of contemplation, you will come into the awareness that all infinite possibilities are connected. There is no separation in truth. The goddess Hecate speaks. She says, "You have seen the crossroads. You have seen the paths of infinite possibility, and so you know that all are connected. Come, we are walking through the cave wall. We're at the crossroads. I see a path. I think it's my path leading to the crossroads." The only way that I can describe this, the only way that I can give a visual of the number of options, the number of paths available, is to say that they look like a firework explosion. You know those firework balls that explode outwards from an imperceptible center point, that explode and expand outward with too many streams of light to count? An uncountable and unimaginable number of options. And coming out the other end is the choice that I've consciously made within this consciousness. And all of these rows shoot out from the center point, the path that I've chosen, and the many that I did not. The goddess Hecate is going to take me higher so that I have a better perspective, because now I'm standing too close to the point of the decision made. All of these infinite paths lead to other crossroads where other decisions are made. It's just unbelievable. It's this intertwined web of light, of infinite possibilities and of decisions made that then dance and weave and shoot off in different directions. It's amazing and it's breathtakingly beautiful. We're going higher. Now I can see my choices or my decisions made. Infinite possibilities that are then overlaid by the decisions made by other people because we interconnect. I'm being shown this in layers: personal, familial, societal, global. And as each layer is shown to me, there is less discernment between these paths of light, of decisions made, of infinite possibilities, until it all becomes one. The paths become indecipherable from each other. They become one. The goddess Hecate says, "There are infinite possibilities, and yet none are necessary." She has taught me this before. This is going to sound crazy, but this beautiful light of all these paths converging with each other in infinite possibilities as one sort of reminds me of what my third eye is looking like now. And maybe that's the point. Infinite possibilities. I thank the goddesses, and then I ask them. I say, I'm just wondering, are there other realities where infinite possibilities are not being played out? The goddess Hecate says, there are many realities, many dimensions where the all is not expressed in the same way. There are also infinite expressions of the all itself, for the all explores. It seeks to learn, and it is not the only one. There are many. We are back in the cave now. All the candles are lit. It's quite bright, actually. I thank the goddesses again, and I step outside of the cave. It's quite bright out here as well. I greet the archangels, and I go to change. There are new symbols on my belt now. They are the symbols of the goddess Hecate that she put on my hands, and, as I said, the symbol of infinite possibilities from the goddess Aletheia. We are walking together down the sand beach, and then we rise up to the cliff. We stand for a minute to watch the sunrise, and I bow towards the goddess Hecate's cave. We turn and walk away. October the 4th, 2023. Early this morning, during the liminal hours, I went to visit the three goddesses, which is when I learned more about infinite possibilities. Afterwards, I fell asleep, And when I began to wake up, I was in this state between being asleep and being awake, that liminal space. And I had this amazing experience or vision. It began with me sitting in my universe, surrounded by divine, and thanking everyone for the previous day and for today. And I noticed that my universe was strange in that I was both within my bubble and also within my quasar. They both represent my reality, but I perceive them differently, and they are slightly different in terms of what they represent. Within the bubble or the orb, I'm contained within my universe, but with the quasar, all is contained within me, and that's a really important difference, isn't it? The bubble universe that is my theater of experience was a good beginning point in terms of my learning. It helped me to understand about realities and perceptions, about connections, and so much more, and I needed that help. While the quasar showed me that all is within me, that there is no separation. In my vision today, I began inside my universal bubble, my little orb, and as I sat there, the quasar became superimposed over it. From there, my vision changed so that it was of the quasar only. And I think that this is a way of showing me the progress that I've made and how our understanding of reality or of our reality changes as we grow and understand more. So now I'm a quasar. I'm a quasar that is me, and all that is within my quasar. Some within the center beam and some surrounding that center beam of light, all of which is one. I know I'm not describing this very well, so I will try again. There's a center light that shoots out both above and below me. This light is definitely coming from me. I'm at the center of that light. I am that light. And then there's a space that is darkness and another ring of intense light. And within that light is darkness, and within the darkness is light. So I hope that helps you to visualize and understand it a little better. So I'm there as my quasar that is me, and all of a sudden water came cascading down into my quasar. And somehow the quasar held it, and it filled with this beautiful, pure, divine water. And I was sitting in the center of this quasar looking around, and I could see everyone who walks with me, all of the beautiful beings who's helped me. They were all there within the quasar with me, sitting in this water, and it was very peaceful. And then suddenly, the water drained away from the bottom, but it continued coming from the top like a waterfall. And this waterfall cascaded over and through the entire quasar that is me and flowed out of the bottom. Then I was asked some questions, and I was given some explanations. One of the first things was that I was to understand that the water cascading was cleansing my past, cleansing me of my past. This was a beautiful ceremony of purification and cleansing. And then the question came to me, now that the divine water has cleansed your reality, how do you want to live your life? And I was asked again, how do you want to live? And so I responded. And once I was done, I heard, then let it be so, it is done. And then I sat there in my cleansed quasar, as the cleansed quasar, imbued with the all, as one, together. So it was explained to me that first, it was all about infinite possibilities, and that was really important. Learning about infinite possibilities was a part of this that I just experienced. Because as the transition was occurring from sitting within my universal bubble to becoming a quasar, all of the goddesses were talking to me about infinite possibilities. And they were explaining that within infinite possibilities, there are no restrictions. And we are to keep this in mind because often when we take steps on our path, we take them based on our past decisions. But in truth, within that moment of a decision made, there are actually infinite possibilities. In truth, we are not trapped in our past. We are not trapped by our past. And as these messages and insights were being given to me, the water came. The divine waterfall came and cleansed me of my past. Once we realize and accept that we are not trapped in our past or by our past, possibilities present themselves, possibilities that would never occur to us otherwise. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue to mess up. That's a choice I can make at any time. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to get stressed out or angry. That's a choice I can make. None of this means that those things won't happen. But what they did was cleanse me of the past that I'm consciously aware of. And by doing this, they've given me the opportunity to be free of it, if I choose to be free of it. They helped me to learn that infinite possibilities await us within each and every present moment. For at each and every present moment, there is a crossroads where we can choose the path we want to walk. And it can be a very, very different path if we choose. And isn't that amazing? All right, well, that's it for me today. So I just want to thank you all again for listening, for being with me today. And I hope that you'll join me again for episode 8. In the meantime, have a great day.